Greetings all, FerrariMan601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017. Welcome back to another classic race. Today we've got Spa and the Ferrari F2002. We are a Class 1 runner. The only cars faster than me are the F2004s. However, one-shot qualifying is upon us. Let's see what we could do. We might just be in contention for a good result here today. Wonderful V10 soundtrack for us. Lots of lag through the source. And right now we are up on the pole position time. Eau Rouge and Redillon. We make it through unscathed. Confess I had to lift ever so slightly. Maxing out 330 clicks into Les Combes. The F2004, we had a bobble there out of Les Combes. Larsen now is the P1 reference. Sector 2 definitely hurting us a bit. Down to the Stavelo corner, rejoining the oldest part of the circuit, coming back uphill towards start-finish. Through Blanchiment, flat out easily. Into the bus stop. Big lock-up into the bus stop. Not the best quali lap, but we will set a time. We will not be at the back. So 149.225, that is good for P3. All right, that is okay. I'm assuming the F2004s are the only cars in front of us. Find out. There we are.
All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
All right, so we have ourselves an interesting field here, pretty much as you would expect. The twin F2004s, followed by the twin F2002s. I'm just a little over a tenth ahead of my teammate there, so we are competitive here in the F2002. It's just, will we be able to compete with the guys in front? The overall classification here after qualifying, behind us, the two RB6s, the MP423s, the R26s, the MP413s. Very interesting here that each type of car is running nose to tail all the way down to P15 when we have Kaufman in the 412T, followed by the MP46s bringing up the rear, the second 412T, and then the twin MP44s. Interesting grid. It should be somewhat processional, I might think, but we're going to try to do something about that, fighting for the win here, I do hope. Stand by for racing from Spa. Welcome to the grid here at Spa. It has remained dry, luckily enough, so we'll be starting this race at least on the dry weather tires. Of course, the weather is very changeable here in the Ardennes, so we just might be in for a rain-interrupted session. But P3 on the grid, we are not on the clean side of the grid, but I do have the inside heading for turn 1, so we are going to try and capitalize on our starting position, no doubt. To the formation lap.
Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
Alright, so the formation lap is well and truly underway. Just getting the car set up for the start here with the brake bias. Checking our temperatures. Everything looking good here. There's Letourneau right in front of us in the F2004. I think today we pretty much are only racing the F2004s. We should be faster than everybody else, save for the second F2002. Come on, retake your position there. Trying to let you through, Netuno. Or not. Not quite sure what he has in mind then. The antics begin already between myself and the miserable Canadian. Get ourselves set up for the start. We're riching up the mix. Sun's coming out here before we get to the grid, so that's encouraging. And we go up into the grid sequence. Here's our grid slot. And we are all set up for the start.
Is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
The rest of the grid is almost in position. Stand by for the lights. And there's the start. We get a better start than both of the F2004s. Try to protect the inside here into turn one, out of La Source, and we are leading the race. I'll take that. Absolutely brilliant start. Was not expecting that in the least, but I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. Now we're going to fall into the clutches of the F2004s down the straight. They have superior horsepower by a little bit. Going to have to play the block here until they come. Now that is an overtake if ever I've seen one. The Tonneau has taken the lead. Pick up some understeer through the comb. And we cannot let these two scamper off into the distance. We have to try and keep in touch with them. Getting understeer. Lots of understeer. Wow. That's what hurt me in qualifying, and so far it seems like it's hurting me in the race. Let's just keep calm. We're in a good position. Just don't throw it off the road. Don't make any mistakes. We can keep in touch with them. We still have a chance. They just absolutely tag-teamed, though, down the straight. They trapped me in the middle, the worst possible place to be. Couldn't defend to either side. Beginning of lap 2, the order is Lieutenant Larson and myself, while a little behind in the second F2002. Getting a little bit of a tow. Gone purple in sector 1. The exit of the Combe is by far the weakest part in the first sector for me. The way that they drive away through Pujon, though, that is not encouraging. But we start to pull it back again through the Fania chicane. Now coming down to the bottom of the circuit through Stavolo. Purple in Sector 2. Of course, this is relative to a standing start. The F2004s have definitely set themselves up for a proper ding-dong up in front. I can only hope that they'll take each other out. Petronneau fastest lap, Larson fastest lap. Ferrari man does not set fastest lap. Driver behind.
Fourth mile behind. The gap to the car behind is 2.5 seconds. The time last lap was a 1 minute 51.0.
All right, so 2.5 seconds to the guy behind. We've got a cushion. One and a half seconds to Larson in front. The gap seems reasonably stable. And pull away somewhat down the straights. I'm able to gather some time back up in the corners. Ferrari man, fastest lap.
You fastest lap for the race.
That is encouraging, I like that. So we've proven that on the balance of the lap we're faster than the F2004's. Problem is they pull away down the straights here, and we do have some long straights at Spa. We are at a disadvantage. Yellow flag ahead in Necum. Somebody has had a bad day. Yellow flag stepped down already. Yellow flag again. Copens with a problem in the FW18.
Green flag.
Understeer into oversteer into Fagnes. Still trying to see if we can do anything about these F2004s. Might have a little bit of a tow here. Already working lap 5. It's a long track, but it goes by quickly. Really what I'm hoping for is as the race develops, they'll have to save fuel a little. It's one of the reasons why I tend to carry a little bit of extra fuel. Yes, I pay a weight penalty a little bit, but if I can run in the higher mix modes for longer, sometimes that can turn into an advantage in a situation like this. I'd rather have and not need than need and not have, if that makes any sense. Purple in Sector 2, 3/10 faster. Driver behind. Yellow flag. Big accident ahead of us. Wow. 2 illegal overtakes. I've been hit from behind. And I'm getting a warning now for that collision with Le Tonneau. But we have parlayed that into a double overtake once again. I somehow have no damage. The F2004s just ran into Copens, I believe, in that Williams, who was stricken. We got a big whack from behind. Le Tonneau has taken to the pit lane, as far as I'm aware. That was quite unexpected. The car feels absolutely fine, and as confirmed here on the car status screen, we have no damage. How did that happen? I have no clue, but we're now leading the race once again. I don't know if Larson behind has any damage. Le Tonneau must have had big damage because he went into the pits immediately. Just trying to take a look at Larson's car from as much as I can see of her in the mirrors. She's dropping back from us. She's dropping back from us a lot. I don't know what the extent of the damage is that she has. I assume she has some. Just a bizarre situation here. .1 seconds now is the gap to Larson. She must have some pretty significant damage. She's going to be falling into the clutches of Waldmüller in the second F2002 in a moment. We could have an F2002 1-2 sweep here. That would be very unique. Normally, whenever we've got F2004s and F2002s in the same field, the F2004 just runs off into the sunset, but that might not be the case today. To get a better idea of what exactly is going on. 4% wear on the gearbox. Full race update.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Larson behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.1 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 5 laps till the end.
3.1 seconds is the gap now. 4.1 seconds now is the gap between myself and Larson. She is falling back big time. There's got to be, at very least, some front-end damage on that F2004 because normally she'd be right on my tail hounding me here for this position, but that's just not the case. My car feels entirely fine. I can hardly believe it. Looking at the status indicators here, and temperatures are normal, and there are no parts flashing red or no parts yellow, nothing. Everything's fine. I truly cannot believe it. The order is myself, Larson and Waldmüller, your top 3. Coming up to some lap traffic.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
6.5 seconds now is the gap. Something is drastically wrong on that F2004. Coming up to one of the MP44s, Roth out of the race.
They are out of the race.
Here's Mikalski. The only turbocharged car in the field. Well, except for the other 4.4. This is just the most extraordinary set of circumstances. I was not expecting to be in this position. I mean, I figured that I might be in a position to fight for the win, but I wouldn't think that I'd have a clear road behind me. However, I'm quite happy that Letourneau found himself in some misfortune. Waldmüller still holding P3. 9 seconds now is the gap between myself and Larson. Waldmüller just 0.3 behind Larson. I'm demonstrating that the F2002 now is faster than that particular F2004. A double podium for the F2002 would be cool, but a 1-2 would be even cooler. Up to Sari.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Our gap behind is 10.0 seconds.
Don't want to catch him here. Lift off, lift off. You're making me brake. Lost some time there for sure. Driver behind.
Larson behind. The gap to the car behind is 10.0 seconds.
10 seconds.
The time last lap was a 1 minute 53.1.
Wow, she's doing 153s. I'm doing 149s. Waldmüller has taken P2. F2002s now run first and second. Larson back classified ahead of Waldmüller. They're having a scrap, that's for sure. They'll have to negotiate that lap traffic. Be cool if we could get an F2002 1-2 finish. Right now we're on for a double podium. That I've lost almost 3 seconds on this lap trying to lap that 4.4. Just caught him at exactly the wrong time. 9.6 seconds the gap now between myself and Larson. She's pulled out about 0.4 from Waldmüller now. Two laps to go. .6 seconds now, the gap. And gap between Larson and Waldmüller now up to about 0.7. All right, Visser, please let me by. Thank you. And one of the 412Ts is up ahead. That's a TA. It's not the best time to catch somebody either. Slightly better than catching somebody into a Rouge. Hoffman gets me by without any difficulty. Nieves is giving me a little bit more trouble. Hardly blame him. There is one line through Fagnes and we were both on it. 3 laps of fuel remaining, 1.5 laps of racing remaining. So we're fine on fuel. Fuel delta is still plus 2.4. And we begin the final lap here at Spa.
This is your final lap of the race.
The order is myself, Larson, and Waldmüller, your podium finishers. 4 miles to a victory, barring disaster. 12.5 seconds now between myself and Larson. Waldmüller has taken the gap between he and Larson down to about half a second, but I don't think he has enough time remaining to attack. I have no idea where Letourneau is. He may have retired. He dove straight into the pits after he ran into the back of Kopens trying to lap him. The sky's getting dark here. At this point, we'd be safe from the weather unless it just comes down with an absolute biblical downpour, but I don't think that's going to happen. Up by 0.6 in Sector 2, we're purple. We may set fastest lap on the last lap. That would be nice. Just to put a stamp of authority on this race. Well, from P3 on the grid to leading at the start and then being swamped by the F2004's bit of opportunity presented itself, and we pounced. That's fastest lap on the last lap.
That's P1.
And a win.
Well done.
That was absolutely extraordinary. I was not expecting that situation to play out,
Well,
but there it
I'm thoroughly
was.
exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up
And there's
there,
the car,
and it's great to see
unscathed,
them make their way out
inexplicably.
onto the podium.
We've seen today that the F2002 can beat the F2004, albeit the 2004 cars fell into some misfortune, but
That's it
for every loser there is a winner.
Anthony, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
The final classification here after 20 minutes and 17 seconds. There he is, Ferrari man, winning from third on the grid in the Ferrari F2002. Marie Larson there in P2 in the F2004. The second F2002 rounds out the podium in P3. There's the answer to my question. Letourneau finishes in P4. He had that big accident trying to lap the FW18. He just dove into the pits immediately thereafter, and, well, the position was mine. So we have pretty much trounced the Canadian. I'm very happy about that. Belousov there, another beneficiary of some of the problems there in P5. P6, Forrest in the MP423, Correa in P7 in the other MP423. The car's basically running nose to tail here where both of them finished. Giles in P8, Barnes in P9, both in the R26, Moreno in P10, in the MP413, his teammate Howard Clark in P11. P12, Sophie Lavasseur in the FW18, the only one to finish the race, I believe. Flavio Nieves in P13 in the MP46, Yasaratie in P14 in the 412 T2. 15 for Noah Visser in the 4.6, 16 for Estosari in the 4.4, Willem Kaufmann in the other 4.12 T2. In P17 he's down, P18 Mikalski, P19 Benjamin Kopens. He actually did finish. He was hit from behind so hard by Letourneau, but somehow he managed to complete the race. And then the only retirement here, Lucas Roth in the RB6 down there, P20 DNF. Well, that was a rather extraordinary race. I really wasn't expecting to be able to challenge for the victory here. I knew that I'd be fast, but I also knew that the F2004s would be faster, but they ran into problems, and, well, I was there to pick up the spoils, and I should have been caught up in that accident. I was caught up in that accident, but I managed to emerge unscathed, so there you go. To the victors go the spoils, and, well, we are the victor today. Not only that, though, but just look, even before the F2004s ran into trouble, our lap times are quicker. I set fastest lap on the last lap, a 148.639, but have a look at the fastest lap of the F2004's Murray Larson there, 149.277. So we were demonstrably quicker on the day than the F2004. So there you go. The F2002 can be quicker and it can beat the F2004s on home turf. So there it is. Of course, Spa, not home turf for Ferrari, I know, but synonymous with Schumacher, who drove both of these cars, so you get the idea. Anyway, that's all for us today here from F1 2017. I do hope you enjoyed that one. This one was far more interesting than I had anticipated. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Ferrari Man 601 saying thanks, and we will see you soon.